Hello, I'm a grateful follower of Jesus who struggles with self-worth, value, and control. My name is Jim, and I am the pastor of our Celebrate Recovery ministry, and we want to share a story with you.
Hi, I'm a grateful follower of Jesus who's in recovery from alcoholism, and I struggle with codependency and perfectionism. My name is Nance, and I'm part of the team that started Celebrate Recovery here at Willowdale Chapel 12 years ago. Something that had been a long-time dream for me was to try to get our Celebrate Recovery more involved in the recovery community. And one way I saw this happening was to arrange a partnership between Celebrate Recovery and Bowling Green, our local drug and alcohol treatment center. Yet even after years of my praying and knocking on doors, those doors did not open. Until last March, when I received a call from a pastor friend who had recently moved out of the area. He was contacted by a person in the parent company of Bowling Green who was tasked to bring Christ-centered recovery into all their rehabilitation centers. He had a desire to see Sunday church services happen there. So I immediately reached out to Jim.
Nance called me so excited about this opportunity, but I'm a bit of a skeptic by nature. But sure, let's have a meeting. Why not? I mean, my curiosity was piqued, but I wanted to hear what their vision was. A meeting was quickly set, and when we walked into that meeting, I found that there was a small team of employees, about 6 or so, who had been advocating for a Christ-centered recovery option for their clients. I inquired what they were asking us to do, and they said, well, we don't do Christ-centered recovery, that's what you do. So you tell us what you need and we'll make space for it. And I was like, no restrictions? Like that was it, I was in.
So we started hosting church on Sunday afternoons, and it was good. We had between 15 and 20 people with us each Sunday. The numbers were small, but the response to the gospel each week was amazing. It was a real blessing. We then began a midweek Christ-centered recovery meeting for the ladies. We had about 7 to 8 ladies that came. So they had graciously opened space for us, but we were really just this Sunday afternoon and midweek option that was not really part of their basic programming. So we continued trying to figure out how we could get more traction when we're only there for such a limited amount of time. But then Bowling Green surprised us, and they threw a bit of a curveball by asking if we would move church from Sunday afternoon to Sunday evening.
Sunday evening, blah, right? I hated it selfishly, but I also felt that it could be the end of what we had started. The time slot was less than ideal. But what we did not understand was that Bowling Green changed their entire programming, their schedule and model, and it now included us. We were no longer just this side thing, but part of the programming. Church went from 15 to 20 people to now 50, sometimes 60 people will join us. Midweek's ladies programming jumped from 7 or 8 to 30. People were coming and hearing about Jesus and a gospel that frees us from our shame and heals us.
Since then, we started midweek programming for the men as well. God keeps opening doors, and the gospel is having an amazing impact in a place that's desperate for the good news. People are responding to the gospel every week. Just one example, I played a Celebrate Recovery video testimony for the ladies where the speaker mentioned something called the Sinner's Prayer. And afterwards, the ladies had questions as to what that was. I told them what it was and what it meant. Afterwards, 8 ladies stayed in the room to pray a prayer of surrender to Jesus. 8 lives forever changed by Jesus. And this is just one example of things we're regularly seeing at Bowling Green every week. Lives are being changed.
And there's just no way we could have seen or planned this. This has been a movement of God, and we are just so grateful that we've had this front row seat. God has been opening doors for His gospel, and lives are being redeemed. Each and every week since Easter, our first Sunday service. Since then, Larry Redmond and his church have begun partnering with us, which is just another cool win as we get to partner with another church and our dear brother Larry. It's been an amazing whirlwind, and it doesn't look anything like we thought it would. But God's vision and work there has been so much more than we could have ever imagined. Thanks for listening to our story.